Hey, what's up guys? I'm doing another plywood board penetration test. This time I'm going to try some 12 gauge slugs. We're going to be using my Mossberg 535, and I have the 28-inch smooth bore barrel on here so we can get maximum velocity from these rifled slugs. And I've got 15 half-inch thick plywood boards set up. I'm hoping this will be enough to catch the slug, and I'm going to use 4 different types of slugs for this test, which are the Remington 3-inch Magnum slug, the Federal 3-inch 1 1/4 ounce, the Winchester 3-inch 1 ounce Magnum slug, and then the Federal Truball deep penetrator. So 3 of these are 3-inch Magnums, while the deep penetrator is only a 2 3/4 inch shell. But it is advertised as the deep penetrator, so we'll see how it compares to these other 3-inch Magnums. And here's all 4 of the shells side by side. Our 3 3-inch Magnums, and then our smaller Truball deep penetrator on the right. So what do you guys think? Will this block of 15 half-inch thick plywood boards be enough to stop these slugs? Just in case I got 5 more set up behind it. The reason I didn't attach those to the block is because they already have lots of holes in them from my 22 long rifle test. Alright, so first up will be the Remington 3-inch Slugger. We're going to be shooting from only about 7 yards away. And now the Winchester 3-inch 1 ounce slug. Next up, Federal 3-inch 1 1/4 ounce. And now the Truball deep penetrator. So there's no holes out the back. That's good, that means we caught all of our slugs. Awesome, so we stopped them all in our block of 15 boards. This was the Remington 3-inch Slugger entry, the Winchester 3-inch 1 ounce, the Federal 1 1/4 ounce 3-inch slug, and then the Truball deep penetrator. But now let's take a look at what happened. Our first board. Here's board 2, and there's the Truball deep penetrator wad or gas seal embedded right there in board 2. And there's our exits on board 2. And board 3, our holes are looking a little wider now. Exits on 3. Board number 4, and there's the Winchester and Federal wad, both stuck in the front of board number 4. That was the Winchester wad or gas seal. And the Federal, that one was a lot harder to dig out. And obviously there's just a whole bunch of wood embedded in these boards from the previous boards, especially with the Truball deep penetrator. And 4 and 5 are stuck together. Really good too, I can't even get them apart. There we go. And the exits on board 4, the Truball doesn't have nearly as big of an exit as the other 3 slugs. And board number 5. That's pretty cool. Just pieces of board stuck in there. And the entry on the Truball also isn't nearly as big as the other 3 on board number 5. And 5 and 6 are also stuck together. And there's our exits on 5. And there's this black thing stuck in the Remington Slugger hole. Must be another gas seal. And of course the Truball, not nearly as much damage. And here's board number 6. Wow, look at the Winchester slug. It brought half of board number 5 into board number 6 with it. That's pretty awesome. Wow. Kind of looks like the Federal has the biggest hole here on board 6. And there's the back of board 6, and we caught 2 slugs right there, which is the Truball deep penetrator and the Winchester 3-inch 1 ounce. And the Remington and Federal went through. That's surprising, so the Truball and Winchester had the same amount of penetration on plywood boards. And there's our Truball deep penetrator slug. After embedding itself in the back of board 6. but it definitely expanded quite a bit. You can tell it's mostly lead, it just has a thin copper coating on it. Let's see if we can get the Winchester out. Yep, and there's our Winchester 3-inch 1-ounce. Definitely looks a lot more mangled and damaged than the Truball. But it is just a pure soft lead slug with no copper coating. And the Remington and Federal kept going. And here's board 7, and the Truball and Winchester put huge dents in board 7. The Truballs looks like it might be a little deeper, but they're really close. There's our Remington Slugger caught in board 7. And here's the back of board 7. And there's the Federal also caught, which appears to have gone slightly further than the Remington, because the Remington, you can't even see it on the exit here, but the Federal almost came out. And if we look at board 8, even the Truball and Winchester still put dents in 8. And this time you can tell for certain the Truball has a bigger dent. And then our Remington Slugger and Federal also put huge dents. But the Federal dent is bigger than the Remington dent. And even on the back of 8, the Federal slug broke some of the wood off. And even the Winchester put a pretty big dent on the back of it. And then on board 9, we have another big dent from the Federal, and just tiny dents from the other ones. So the Federal dent is definitely the biggest on board 9. You can see a bulge on the back of board 9 from the Federal. And even board 10 has a small dent. But that's it. There was no more dents past board 10. Now let's see if we can get the Remington and Federal slug out of here. And here's the Remington Slugger that was stuck in board 7. Surprisingly, it performed better than the Winchester. I was not expecting that. And it's obviously completely mangled and destroyed. And there's our Federal 1 1/4 ounce that was embedded in the back of board 7, slightly further in than the Remington Slugger. You can tell it's a slightly heavier chunk of lead. And here's all the recovered slugs side by side in order of which penetrated deepest. The Truball and the Winchester were pretty much a tie, although the Truball had bigger dents behind where it stopped. So I guess we would say it's the winner versus the Winchester slug. So here's our Winchester, Truball, Remington, and Federal slugs. So that was an awesome test. Overall, our Federal slug was the winner, with the Remington a close second. I was kind of expecting the Federal to penetrate the most, but I did think they would go through more than just 7 boards. That's kind of strange. If there's anything else you guys want to see on these plywood boards, let me know. I'll try all these slugs on other various materials to compare the penetration also. And if you guys like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And if you can, check out my Facebook page, also called The Bullistician. But anyways, that's all for now. Until next time, thanks for watching.